Night, everybody. Tessan, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Tayton, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
All right, great. So microphone working tonight. All right, share the link. Good night, everyone. Let's see, who do we have here with us this evening? I see Samoya. All right, Samoya says she's gonna share the link. I see Chardy, Hassan. All right. Let's see who else is here. Jada, how you doing, Jada? Um, Royally Raging. These guys have some names, you see. Right? Forrester is here. Daniel is here. Well, this is Darnell, right? Let's see who this is. Tanya is here. Um, this is Amari K. How you doing? Camp Squad is here. Night, everybody. Glad that you are all here with us. Panel, are you ready? Let's see. Panelists, are you able to hear me clearly? Tessan?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. You guys have to let me know, because I don't want that mic to go out again. All right, so again, we're looking at our ability test. We're trying to prepare a little. So let's pull this up. Blake is here. Marco J is here. Hi, Marco J. All right. Let's go now and see if we can get some hopwood. All right, cool. Let's go with this. See if we can get some stuff done. And see how quickly we can get it done. All right. So again, there are some question categories that we need to look out for. We need to look out for verbal reasoning, right? And we want to look at relationships. We want to look at all types of relationships. Okay. In class this morning, we discussed some of those relationships. Anybody wants to drop in the chat some of the relationships that we can look for? We have analogies on screen, antonyms, synonyms, homophones, homonyms, and comprehension type questions. But let's go and see if we can remember from our class early this morning what are some of the other types of relationships. And let's see if we can find 4 or 5 of those. Okay, let's go with that. And we're talking to the panel first. Panelists, you're free to go ahead. Tessan, Tate,
Yes, sir.
Leon, Gabriel, Brianna.
Sir.
What are
Yes,
some of
sir.
what are some of the relationships that we spoke about early in class this
Worker
morning?
and workplace.
Worker and workplace. You want to give us an example of that?
Okay, so a teacher is to a school. Well, you can find a teacher in a school and you can find a doctor in a hospital.
Very good. I see Lacey saying another relationship here would be the
Yes, sir.
adult and young relationship. So we're pulling that up. Lacey,
Yeah,
can you
the
And then,
drop one in the chat so we can see that as well?
sir,
Tessan,
work on
sir, sir, you
hang
have
on, Leon. Go
the
ahead, Tessan.
animals and their sounds,
Okay, give me an example of that one.
the hyena and their laugh.
Very good. Leon, over to you now.
sir, the worker and their tool.
Give me an example of worker tool. Worker and tool, Leon.
Carpenter and saw.
Carpenter saw. Very good. Gabriel, do you remember
Sir.
any of those relationships? We had instrument and measurement. Remember that one? Like
Sir,
what would we
I have another one.
all right, give me another one.
Worker and product.
Work and product. Give me an example of that one.
Okay. Um, a director makes a movie.
Okay, all right. That's good. Any other?
And sir, yes, sir.
Just one more.
You have masculine and feminine,
Okay. For example.
Sir, you have
boy and girl.
All right. All right. Thanks much. Let's move on. Another question type, logical reasoning. What do we look for? We look for sequencing type questions, and we're going to pay particular attention to the pattern that is there and rules that keep that pattern going. All right. Um, and sometimes in order to find this, we have to test out each option to see if it will fit with the rule that is there, so that we can continue that pattern or sequence. Then we have quantitative reasoning. This has to do with how we reason with numbers. And key to it is what operations are needed to solve a particular scenario or question, and what steps do you need to take. Because sometimes you can identify the operations, but you don't put them in the right order in order to solve it. Okay. And earlier today, I was exposed to a strategy that we need to use going forward when we're looking at worded problems, and it's called the 3-read strategy. Now, I'm going to encourage you guys to go out and look online, just YouTube 3-read strategy, and you will see that you're required to read a worded problem 3 times, and there are different things that you look for each time that you're going to read that problem. Okay. I can tell you, the first time you read through, you're just trying to get the gist of what is said. And I want you guys to go look for it. When you look for it, pay attention to what you look for each time that you're going to read through that. And it was in our last episode that we were saying that one word, if we miss one word, it could change the meaning of the question completely. So it's important for us to pay attention and to read carefully. All right. So exam tips: read the question more than once. 3 reads, 3 reads. Pay attention to important words that may be in bold or underlined. One missed word could change the meaning of a question. Sometimes we just have to use a process of elimination. We take out what we know cannot be correct, okay, or part of it is incorrect. And if a part is incorrect, then all of it would be incorrect. And sometimes we need not only to know why our answer is right, which one is right, but why our answer is right, and why a particular option would not be suitable. Finally, check your answer to see if it makes sense. Sometimes people would say to see if it makes good sense. All right. So let's go here. And which one is the odd one out? Let's throw this one out to the panel first. Panelists, the floor is yours. Odd one out.
Sir,
Mother and
Sir, can I try?
All right, go ahead.
The mother and the daughter.
That one is out. Tell me why. That's an interesting
I say
response.
that because the other ones are they're in their professional clothing. Like when you have to go to your occupation, you suit up in the correct clothing.
Mm,
So the police officer is in her gear, while the fisherman
mm-hmm,
is with his gear and in his gear, and the pilot
mm-hmm.
is in her gear, while the
That
mom is with her child.
that's interesting. I did not look at it that way. There's another relationship though that I looked at when looking at this particular question. Let's hear from uh someone else on the panel. Let's hear from someone else on the panel. A lot of people
can
and
I
me.
try, sir?
Go ahead, Miss someone there. Go ahead.
I think because all of the rest of the people are wearing hats.
Okay, that's interesting. Never looked at that particular um thing either. That's interesting. So we have 2 points for that. That one not appear to be dressed for work, and everybody else has on a hat. Okay. All right. Curry says that it's the fisherman. Okay. Is there anything? Let's look at it. What
Sir?
do what do they all have in common? And let's look for the number of things that they have in common. Let's try that approach.
Hat.
Okay, so we see hats. Is there something that applies to it as well?
Sir,
Any
here,
say again?
here.
Yeah, man, everybody have here, yes. We can see the hair on the face, the hair for the fisherman would have the hair on the face. Let's think of another relationship. I think Brenna mentioned this one as the last relationship before we moved on. Brenna,
Sir?
hang on, let's hear from Brenna.
Yes, sir.
What relationship did you mention last?
The one
Remember?
about the sir, the one about the hat.
Mm-mm.
Sir, I think I know.
All right, go ahead. Let me hear you.
Is it about gender?
Gender. Let's go with masculine and feminine.
Yes,
Which
sir.
one would be the odd one out if we looked at it from the
The
point of view?
fisherman.
The fisherman would be the odd one out. Why would he be the odd one out?
He's a male while the others are females.
Okay.
And
If you, yes, finish.
well, yes, sir. I'm finished. The others
All
are
right,
female.
cool. But you guys were able to point out things that I had not seen, other relationships. You were looking at the hats and you said that, okay, hat here, and hat here. These people don't have hats in this particular picture. You also said these people are dressed for their job. These people aren't necessarily dressed for their job. And that's what you think. Suppose this is a teacher for the first set. If this is a teacher and she's greeting her student, the student has won a prize, just delivered a wonderful speech, won the debate competition. Does it necessarily mean that this person is not dressed for work?
No, sir.
Ah,
No, sir.
so
And it
if
could
we
also be a nanny.
okay, fine. It
But
could be
sir, if you look closely, she's the only one with a child, so that could be another point that she's the
yes.
one that should be taken out.
Okay, fine. I understand. Again, I like the thinking that's going on here, and that the we're looking at this particular question from multiple points of view. Okay, the answer that I was looking for was the masculine feminine setup, but I'm happy that you were able to see other relationships as well. Okay, all right, thank you guys. Let's go here. Which best completes the following? Let's throw this first one out to our friends on YouTube. She is as dash as a swan. Let's go with that one. Let's go. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have an answer here. Phenomenal Blake says graceful. Okay, we'll take that one. Let's go to our panel. Let's go. All right, graceful is what I'm looking for. Let's go panelists. Let's see. Gabriel, want to try this one for us? Read it for me, please. Not hearing Gabby. All right, anybody else from the panel? Just take this one for me.
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead.
She is as graceful as a swan.
No, we're at number 2 now. Thanks. We got that one from Blake. Blake gave us the
Okay.
answer there. Yeah. Number 2. The old
Sir.
the old man was as dash as a lark when he won the game.
sir. I think he was as bright as a lark.
Hmm. Hmm. Answer here. Jermaine Edwards has the answer that I'm looking for here. He was as happy as a lark. Okay, happy. So Jermaine has it. Blake coming back with the right answer there. 876 Gaming coming with the answer as well, right? Um, and we have Villas here as well with happy. All right, so let's go. That dog is as dash as a dove. Let's see, dove. People on YouTube, what can we compare? Contented as a dove? Not what I'm looking for. Not what I'm thinking of. Fast as a dove? Not what I'm thinking either. Here's another thing that I'm thinking of. Let's see. Someone here has it. Let me see if I can find this name. Chat is moving so fast. Let's go. Okay, so Stacian has it. Let's pull Stacian's answer here. As gentle as a dove. Watch the spelling there. But as gentle as a dove. That's what we want here. Okay. Number 4, let's go back to our panel. Panelists, somebody pick this up for me, please. Anybody from the panel? Our teacher is as dash as Job.
Sir, can I try?
Sure, go ahead.
Our teacher is as patient as a Job.
As Job, as patient as Job. All right. This should not be there as a. It should be as patient as Job. All right. So my mistake here, but the answer would be correct with as patient as Job. All right. Let's see if we can just fix this same time. All right. A little bit. All right. Let's pull this out and all right, while that one is coming up, let's do number 5 to YouTube again. The widow is as dash as a church mouse. What would that one be? All right, so let's pull that.
Broke.
Wait. We want YouTube. Want our people on our guests on YouTube to take that one. I'm seeing an answer here. The widow is as quiet as a church mouse. That wasn't what I was thinking of there. Hold on, let me see. I see Jada. Is this Jada? 876 Gaming Poor. All right, cool. That's what I was thinking of. Jada as well with Poor. Good job, guys. Not as big as the church mouse, no. Broke. Thinking more of Poor than broke. Similar feel there, but the word I was looking for to complete that particular simile would have been as poor as a church mouse. All right. Let's go back to our panel. Panel, the boy is as dash as a peacock.
Sir, may I
Proud.
try?
All right. I hear several people responding there. As what? As
Proud.
proud as a peacock. Last one we have, and this one is for our guest on YouTube, and I see here who was this? Amari K with our answer before proud. Good. Let's go over. We have to be as dash as a mouse in the library. Let's go with that one for YouTube. see. Silent. Ah, silent is not the word, but it's on the same. Quiet is the word that I was looking for. Not that spelling though. Okay, not that spelling. I was looking for this one. Charity. All right, good. That's what I was thinking of. Okay. So in a library, and that's a clue that we can get that if we're in a library, then we need to be quiet. Okay. All right. Let me see which best completes the following. Okay, we had all of these done. Let's move on. Let's see. Let's go to our panel. Let's see. Leon,
Yes, sir.
after he was hit, he made a low groan before we saw his leg was broken. Which of these words best completes this sentence?
So it's not GROWN because that means to grow. So it
Mm-hmm.
must be GROAN.
Okay, dokie. So you're using the process of elimination and you're using your previous knowledge of the word grown, which means to increase in size over time. True?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what does grown mean?
What did you say, sir?
What's the meaning of the other grown? Someone with quick fingers. Let's check
Sir,
this. Okay, go ahead.
sir, to make a sound.
Mm-hmm. And this is usually associated with what? Joy, happiness.
Pain.
Associated with pain. Okay. What clue in this sentence, though, could give me some indication that pain is in this one?
He was
Sir.
hit.
Pardon me. Go again, Leon.
He was hit.
He was hit. Mm, but something stronger than that too. There's another clue that could help us. More supporting details in this.
Broken leg.
Broken leg. Okay. Boy, I could get a hit, but not necessarily grown. Possible. But in addition to being hit and then having the broken leg, we could understand why we could use grown there to describe what was happening. All right. Thank you very much. Let's go this one now for YouTube. The cars were damaged after the hail storm. The cars were damaged after the hail storm. So we have hail in Jamaica, but not to this extent. Okay, sometimes rain falls and you'll hear some little um like pins hitting the zinc if you have that type of roofing, right? And people say they see these little things like ice on the ground after. But in the United States and other places, sometimes we can have significant damage because of hail. Now, which of these? Let's see. YouTube, this one is yours. See if we can get the comments up here. Let's see. Nugent has this one. Hail. All right. Someone drop the definition in the chat for me, please. Hail. And drop both of them. So if we're not familiar with that particular word or words in this case, we can get our meanings sorted out. Hail. Waiting for it in the chat. Let's go. All right. So Amarke, let's pull what she has here. Hail means pellets of frozen rain which fall in showers from cumulonimbus clouds, while hail means an old person of who is strong and healthy. All right. So this one has to do with frozen rain, little chunks of ice falling from these clouds, and the other one, hail, as in HALE, usually has to do with the health and strength of an older person. Great job there, Amari K, with your quick fingers. Okay, cool. Let's move on back to our panel. Um, let's see who will take this one for me. Any volunteers to take this one?
May I, sir?
Go ahead.
I
The
will.
Arctic fox chased the hare here so it could get something to eat. I
Stop.
would say that, okay.
1 second. Are you able to see what's on the picture?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Really, no. Are there animals on the picture?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. All right, let's just, for some people who may not be able to pick it up, that's the what?
Hare,
And this would be the,
Arctic fox.
all right, very good. So we understand what's happening here. All right, cool. Which one?
I would say the HARE
Mm-hmm. And why?
because the hare is a type of small rabbit.
Mm. Well, the here is not that type of small rabbit. It's more like a big rabbit. The hares are usually larger than rabbits. All right.
Okay.
But we have the general idea.
Like the
What
tortoise
else
and
could
the
you
hare
use? What else could we use as a clue if we weren't so certain?
to get something to eat
Mm-hmm. And you
and chase.
do you eat HAIR?
No, sir.
Ah, so if
And you
I
can
understand,
chase the hare.
very good. So using that as well, we could, kind of get an idea that our answer should be HARE. All right, let's go. Next one. This one is for our guests on YouTube. Let's go. We had to hire a plumber to fix the leak. All right. We had to hire a plumber to fix the leak. All right. So several right answers here. Jermaine has the right answer. Talia has the right answer. Hassan there. All right, guys. Very good. What does HIGHER mean? Which one is that? Anybody there wants to drop that in the chat so we can know? Okay, Brian says he believes it has something to do with lift. Okay. Um, here, 876 Gaming says moving up. Okay. All right. Someone says increasing. Somebody is saying tall. The comparative form of high. Love that one. Very good. Let's see who is this. Kathy Ann. All right. So the comparative form of high. Excellent way to finish off that one. I think this is the last one in this particular section. Please, and this would be for our panel. Please turn to him. Well, it should be please turn to the him amazing grace, said the pastor.
HYMN.
Okay. What's a hymn?
Sir, I know a religious song or poem or praise to God or yes.
Okay. All right. So it's some song that we would be singing. What's the other one? HIM, hymn.
A person of male gender.
Mm-hmm. What part of speech though?
Pronoun.
All right, very good. Very, very good. Well done so far. Let me get this up. Let me see. I'm gonna pull this here. I'm gonna give this to my panelists. Panelists, I have something I want you guys to do for me. Let me see if I can get this here. Okay. I am going to see if this will work this time around. Let's go to our panelists. Let's go here. Panelists, see if you can use that link I sent to you now and see if you can get onto this board. So in case I ask, you're able to pull up your solutions there. You can show us how you'd have gotten your answers. Okay. All right. Let's go with the first one. Complete the following. The sum of two numbers in a sequence is 115. So we have two numbers. What are these numbers? What are the two numbers? Let's see. In a sequence, Leo says 115. That's not what we were looking for. 114 plus 1. That's not what I'm thinking of either. Well, Leo is getting warm with that one. He has, so if there are two of them, Leo, and one of them is what you say in the chat, what would be the other? What would be the other? All right, Marco J, I'll take this response. The two numbers I would take would be 57 first in a sequence and 58. Okay. If we add those two, then we would get the what 115 that we're thinking about. Anybody from the panel wants to show us that on the whiteboard? Anybody? Anybody taking on that challenge right now? All right.
Sir, I don't know how to do it on the whiteboard.
All right, no problem. Just let's see. All right, so I was looking for Brianna there. Nothing on the board. Okay, let's move on then. Let's go to this one. Next one. All right, let's see. All right, great. All right, so here we go. Maxine and Maxwell have 252 liters of paint. If it takes 12 liters of paint, 12 liters to paint one room, how many such rooms could they paint?
21.
21. What's the process that you would have used to arrive at your answer? What's your thinking? Can you put that thinking down on paper? Can you show us the steps involved in your thinking process?
I divided 252 by 12.
252. Okay, you're on the board. Hold on, let's see. No. Yeah, you're on the board. No. Do you want to show us that on the board? You had started with the previous question. That one was not complete. If you want to show us that on the board, you can go ahead and tell us when you're ready. Okay. So I'm seeing, who is this now? This looks like Musically says 252 divided by 12, and that would give us the 21. All right. Divide, good. On the board. Okay. It would be lovely to see how you would go through the process of long division and the steps that you would take, and when you're going to subtract and bring down and all of those things. That would be lovely to see as well. All right. Time is against us, so let's go to the next one. It says here we have 50, 88, 126. What are the next two numbers that would complete this particular sequence? Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so
The answer
that's
is
one.
one.
Go ahead.
The answer is 164 and one 202.
Okay. How do you know what is the pattern? What did you how you've told us some answers there, but what's the pattern? What are they doing?
They're adding 38 each time.
Okay, so the gap between the numbers there would be 38. So when you move from 50 to 88, they added 38. When you move from 88 to 126, again they were adding 38. So how did you know that they were using 38?
Because I subtracted 50 from 88.
Okay. And you'd have identified that movement once. Is there a way to confirm your thinking? What would you have to do again?
And I subtracted 126 minus 88.
And then you saw that it was also what?
38.
Ah, very good. So we have to test these things out to make sure that we are correct. All right, cool. Thanks for that one. Let's go. I think this is the last one here. Last one. Martin wants to buy a game. So he wants to buy a game which costs $780. Okay. If he has 2/3 of the money, how much more money will he need to buy the game? He has the game costs 780. If he has 2/3, how much more will he need? Let's see. Still waiting. Let me see. Still not here yet. Anybody has any thinking on this one? Okay, dokie. I see one answer here. He will need $260 more. All right. Walker says 660 plus 120. Um, I wish that we had I'm not certain how to if the whoever fear is, I wish we had that person to tell us. Let's give them the opportunity to type it in the chat. How did you arrive at your answer? What was your thinking? What how do we use the terms that are there here, the the process? Anybody from our panel wants to take this one on and explain it for us?
Sir, you'd find two-thirds of 780, which is
Okay.
520.
All right. So let's pause there. So the total amount for the game would have been 780, and two-thirds would be what? 520, as you are saying. So how would I know the difference?
Sir, you minus 520 from 780,
Hmm.
which leaves you
And
with 260.
all right, so 876 gaming has it here. 520 from the 780. 876 gaming, I would prefer if it was written the other way around, and you would put the larger number here all the way to the left, and then we subtract from that the 520. Okay. I'd prefer it that way completely. Okay, and we have several other persons who have stated it correctly. All right. All right, guys, that brings us to the end of our episode here tonight. Thank you all for participating as we continue to prepare for our examination. Mental ability seeks to see how we use our thinking to answer questions that are verbal, logical, and quantitative. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you in our next episode. Bye, guys. Charity, take care. Hassan, Vilos, I see Little, Clark, Morrison, 876 Gaming, Leotastic, Lacia, Amari. All right, guys, take care. Thank you much. Marco J, take care. Walker, cool. Odane, Brian, Evans, thank you. Panelists, thank you as usual. Brianna, Tatum, and all the others. Thank you guys so much.
Goodbye, sir.
All right, bye bye.